Welcome to the North Shore. You can see the city behind me. It's only 15 minutes to 20 minutes by car away, but you don't have to live in the city. You can live in nature.
My name is Corinne Henderson and my business is Den to Pet. I work with pets, dogs and cats particularly, and I clean their teeth without anesthesia. That's my specialty.
The North Shore, as its name hints, is just north of the city of Vancouver. Comprising West and North Vancouver, this scenic oceanside area is home to over 170,000 residents. The North Shore is a place that people want to live, and the prices definitely reflect that. Currently, the average price of a detached home in North Vancouver is around $1 million, while the average price is even higher on the west side at just over $2.5 million.
The ability to have access to the culture and the business core and all the things the city offers, but not be right in it and yet so close, is really a characteristic very difficult to find. It's just a perfect place for somebody who wants to enjoy the outdoors, but still needs to be in a city center.
Corinne has been an avid traveler all of her life.
The first place I went was Africa. From there I went to Thailand, and then I started traveling to Bermuda, and I lived there for 5 years. And then I went to Barbados.
But she's finally settled in North Van to run a pet dental business out of her townhome. However, her place is only 700 square feet, which is a pretty tight squeeze for both business and living space.
She's actually in a live-work townhome, and I sold that to her a couple of years ago. She operates her business out of there, but she's exploding out of the place. She needs way more space.
I'm looking to try and find a bigger space where I could have my business as well as have company come to stay. I'm looking for a space that has a lot of light because I've lived in third world countries most of my adult life, so I've lived a lot outside in the sun. And also in my business, I need a lot of light to be able to see into the animals' mouths. I need one very safe, so if they get outside, it's enclosed, so I can feel safe by letting them go outside. If someone doesn't come right away for their animal, they can go and play in the yard. Right? First of big, huge change for me is the electric stove. I burn everything, I have to say. My alarm goes off 24/7 because I'm so used to gas. I was brought up on gas, I worked with gas, and it's hard. I don't want to change to electric. So I even thought of piping my propane to my stove, but of course you can't do that. So I'm looking for, that's one of my first priorities.
Corinne's looking for a home. She wants a single-family residence. She wants to age in place, it's called. And essentially that's where you can, adapt your residence to adapt to wheelchairs or walkers. And that's way down the road, but at the same time, way down the road is coming. So she wants to be on her own, and she wants to take advantage of that opportunity.
Well, I have to say probably about $750 is about the highest I'd go.
Welcome back to the North Shore. Avid traveler Corinne Henderson is looking for a place with more space on the North Shore. With an area to run her doggy hygiene business, lots of light, an enclosed yard, and a gas stove to satisfy her cooking needs. All for under $750,000. Although it may not be a problem in the homes Corinne is looking at, many older houses can have hidden hazards. Before setting out on our search, let's get the inside scoop on what dangers you could inherit when buying an old home.
Vermiculite is a material that's used in insulation. I can see that there's vermiculite in this attic. 9.5 times out of 10 you will find large amounts of asbestos in it. Any home built pre-1990, if it hasn't been changed, the insulation, it most likely does have this type of insulation. This is something you do not want to deal with yourself. This is something you'd want to have a professional contractor take care of. It's not dangerous when it's not disturbed, but it's very dangerous if it is disturbed. So it's something you want to be very careful with.
Back on the street, Realtor Karen Montserrat is taking Corinne to see her first home on the North Shore. The first house on our search is 1,500 square feet, double the square footage of Corinne's current home. Listed at $699,000, it also falls nicely under budget.
Come on in here.
Wow.
We got hardwood floors in this area. There's mullioned windows. They're single pane, but you can put plastic over those or, you know, to retain the heat. And you're gonna love this. There's a gas stove.
Oh my God, so far we got 8 clicks out of 10.
Isn't that beauty? So this is the master bedroom, but the neat feature here is the sliding glass door out to the backyard.
Wow.
From your master.
Oh wow.
Look, Corinne, there's a hot tub.
Already there?
Yeah.
Unbelievable, it's so beautiful.
And
my vegetable garden. Yeah.
You can easily get somebody to cut that for you.
I love
for
cutting the grass.
Oh, do you? Well, yeah, knock yourself out. Washer dryer, front load
wow.
washer.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
And that's secondary to the suites laundry. Also. Et voila. That's the youngest part of the house.
Well, that's important.
Yeah. Tile
here?
right to the ceiling. It's a wall sink, but at least it has a vanity beneath it, so there's storage
Yeah,
space.
definitely.
So and then the secondary bedroom, you could use as either a den, or office, or guest room.
Definitely. And we have a small closet, very nice.
That's why it counts as a bedroom.
Guess where you're staying?
Okay. And then this leads down to the basement. But this is where you're going to be able to run the Dentapet business.
Oh.
This is a private, separate access, and it's all paved from the front to come around, so the dogs won't have messy, muddy feet. Bathroom's down there, but you've still got water here for the business. Now, here's the kicker. If you wanted to, you could do the Dentapet upstairs and rent this out. So this is the living room if it's a suite, and the master bedroom if it's a suite. Or here is a great place for your office, your tables and files, and it's got lots of natural light.
Exactly. And privacy either way.
Yeah.
That's good. It's good. I actually am quite surprised because it has so many things that I've been looking for. The gas stove was like huge. It has enough space. It does have the separate entrance for either my business and or later on if I want to rent it out. And lots of light. And that's huge for me. It's kind of move in, right? And then you kind of get a feel for it and see what is important to you. But it's in good condition.
I think that the options for the downstairs, either for the business or for income for the suite, is really, really a plus because she's got that option. But I wouldn't advise putting too much into the house expenses because truly its future value is always going to be the lot. She's got to retain the value of the land only and realize that that's going to be the focus of any purchaser in the future.
The suite in this home may be pretty sweet in terms of income potential, but is it worth sinking money into upgrades? Energy expert Ben Nishi tells us which updates may have a hot return on investment.
Okay, so it looks like they've got a wood-burning fireplace. Now, one of the things that they can do if it's a single person that's looking at buying this home is in putting a natural gas fireplace insert. For a single homeowner, natural gas fireplace allows you to just flip a switch and the natural gas, you have zone heating for the home. You don't have to heat the entire home, so it's much more cost efficient than flicking on the furnace. Older homes in general might be a little more leaky than some of the newer homes, meaning more air can come in from the outside, and when more air comes in from the outside, the home will have to heat that. Single pane windows or gaps between doorways, there's little things that you can do like weather stripping. You can put plastic coating on the windows that will help prevent heat loss. Some of the things that you might be able to look at too is if you did put 2-pane glass in the windows as opposed to single pane right now, I mean, that might be a marketability factor. So you might be able to sell your home for more than what you were initially. But then again, that's a decision that the homeowner has to make based on the priorities.
Welcome back to the North Shore. Despite the weather, the second house on our hunt has great curb appeal. Built in 1957 and measuring in at 1,242 square feet, this home comes in slightly under budget at just over $729,000.
All right. So,
This is very pretty.
isn't it cute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice open concept.
Yeah. The whole house had a major update in 2008.
Yeah, it looks, I like the skylights too.
I love that bay window. Isn't that cute?
It's very nice.
Now, the kitchen was all done again in 2008. Cabinetry is solid wood. You've got all stainless steel appliances, and again, all new. Well, 2008.
You know how much I like gas.
Yeah. This is electric.
Is this possible to change this out?
It is.
That's good. I like that.
And everything is all on one level. No stairs. But there's the perfect spot for Dentapet. I'll show
Okay,
you.
let's go and see that.
So, master bedroom. Big master bedroom. Good size.
Very big, yeah.
And all the windows are PVC, so they're really energy efficient.
Yeah, oh, that's good. So no single panes.
No single panes.
That's great.
And main bath, the only bath actually, off across the hall.
And in here,
Well, you got a
got the
cedar
nice
ceiling
wood,
is a
yeah.
little feature.
Wow,
And we
nice
have,
big laundry room.
a side door
Uh-huh.
into a mudroom even, you could call it. And then this is the second bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
Still a good size.
Yeah, well,
Laminate
square, which
flooring.
is nice, yeah. Lots of light.
Lots of light. And again, the PVC windows is so important for energy savings.
And guest bedroom and or office.
Yeah.
Nice and bright in there.
Now, welcome to Dentapet.
Wow.
That's more space than you have now.
Yes.
Separate entrance, lane access, easy peasy,
Nice deck. Very nice.
and very private.
Very private.
And this one is totally enclosed.
Dogs get out, it's not a problem.
No,
Lots of light. And nice floor, so you can clean up after them if I have to, yeah.
it's a little bit more money.
Well, we can talk about that. We can always talk. This is a little bigger, or it looks a little bigger, but the kitchen obviously is much newer. And so that helps a lot. The rooms in the back are a little brighter and bigger, even though there's no basement. That's okay by me because I'm not really into basements. My townhouse is a 2-level, and it is sometimes a drag running up and down the stairs because I'll need something upstairs and it's downstairs and vice versa. So I do get my exercise though. But that is nice to have it all on the one level. The stove I would change out because, you know, I love my gas. But I think this could be a contender.
All upgraded in 2008. So her roof is new, her furnace is new, her appliances are energy efficient, and the windows are PVC, double pane. They never expand and contract. They're going to be energy efficient. If we're talking about aging in place, this is the place to do it.
This home has been recently renovated, but is lacking in some extras Corinne wants, such as a gas stove. Should she look into upgrading? Energy expert Ben Nishi gives us some insight.
The home buyer has mentioned that gas cooking is something that's important to her, and if she's interested in replacing this stove with a gas cooktop, she'd want to talk with a certified gas contractor to see what the cost would be like of running a gas line to the stove. So this home's been renovated and there's a lot more energy efficient changes that's been made. I can see in the coat room in the front door, there's been some weather stripping that's been added. There's some 2-pane windows, all this designed to keep heat in. One of the things that I noticed is that there's a heat register right at the entrance, and so there's the danger that all the heat that comes up through here gets pushed right out through the front door, and then you're heating outside. One thing that I do like is that there are French doors, and so that if you're conscious and keep the doors closed, keeps a nice air barrier between outside and inside, and just adds another layer of insulation, and would help keep the heat from this register in the home. This home has an electric hot water tank, which can be more expensive to run. I think the current homeowners have recognized the cost of the hot water tank, and as a result have tried to keep it warm with a thermal blanket. Something that the home buyer could think of is replacing the electric hot water tank with the gas-fired hot water tank, and FortisBC does offer different rebates depending on the model of hot water tank that the home buyer would choose.
The last house on our journey was built in 1973 and is prime one-level living. This rancher measures in at 1,240 square feet, which is still quite a bit larger than Corinne's current home. Listed at just under $700,000, it also falls within her budget.
It's like a little English sanctuary. Go ahead. Now, once inside, you'd hardly know you were anywhere near. Isn't that cool? Mm-hmm. There's nobody looking at you. It's a nice 33-foot lot, so it's easy to maintain, but private. Wait till you see the renovations that have been done on this 40-year-old house.
Well, I already love the doors.
Yeah, I know, aren't they gorgeous?
They're
We can see the rest of the windows. Oh. This is what you call a great room. High ceilings, natural light from the skylights, the wood sash windows, the wood millwork around the windows, beautiful. Wood-burning fireplace. And your kitchen is all open to where everybody is.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, because you know I like to cook.
All granite. Everything is new.
Oh yeah, this is nice.
Beautifully done. I know you want gas.
Yes.
But the furnace is just on the other side of the refrigerator, and it's really easy to run a gas line.
Oh, awesome.
Here. So definitely a possibility when you want to.
Okay.
I want you to notice the windows. They're PVC. They're double paned, obviously. They block out any of the street noise you might hear. But they're
that's true. I don't
very
know
efficient for heat retention. Extremely efficient. The skylight, natural light. We could turn all the lights off in here and you'd be just as bright.
Hey, we could eat under starlight.
You could. This is where the furnace and hot water tank is. This is an instant hot water tank. So you have hot water on demand.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's not always hot, so it's burning your electricity.
No.
Well, that's awesome.
Super efficient.
Yeah.
Serves the whole house and like an instant hot water. Now, feast your eyes. Step into your spa.
Party time. Wow, this is great.
Isn't this beautiful?
Yeah.
You can run around
And the
in the
rain
shower.
shower,
Yeah,
which is
the rain
nice
shower.
too. I like the rain shower. Very nice.
Then we have 3 bedrooms, and this one I thought you could use for Dentapet.
That's awesome.
And the master, same thing, double doors. Again, those nice muted tones, pot lamps. And then the third space is a little den. I think this is a perfect office for you.
Yeah, an office or reading room, anything like that. Very nice.
Spanky.
Very nice. Everything's nice and clean. There's a lot of things about this house that I like, especially the hardwood floors to start with. The French doors, which of course I love. I don't know, it's cozier, even though it's bigger, if that makes any sense. And I love the open concept and the windows, all the light. It's just like, I mean, I know I'm repeating myself, but I just love the light.
This one has a lot of great features. The millwork and the trim and the moldings, I think, go so unappreciated, but this is really exquisite work. With respect to resale, again, this sort of millwork is unappreciated, and sadly, I don't think that they're going to get that love and that value and that workmanship returned in dollars. Oftentimes I tell people things like hardwood floors you may not get every penny back, but it'll help sell it faster.
The owners of this home have put time and money into making it beautiful, including investing in energy upgrades. Expert Ben Nishi tells us how to keep the heat within this cool home.
This home has a forced air natural gas heating system. Here's one of the heat registers. The only problem is that the heat register is right near a door, which allows for the possibility of heat escaping outside. If you're going to do some renovating or you're looking at being energy efficient, try to keep the heat register away from doors or windows where the heat can escape, not under couches, somewhere near a wall where the air can move freely. I'm really pleased to see that they've installed an on-demand hot water tank. I spoke to the owners and they mentioned that after installing it that their utility bills did go down, which is great. The only thing that I would recommend is before installing one of these, make sure it's sized appropriately. This was a family of 3 that was living here, and so if there's a single lady that's going to be moving in, I'm sure that this will provide enough hot water for her.
Doggy hygienist Corinne has seen 3 lovely homes on the North Shore. Did she find one she wants to sink her teeth into?
So we've seen 3 homes. What do you think?
Okay, first of all, the first house,
Yeah.
I liked because it had all the tickety boots. It had the fireplace, the wood burning fireplace, it had the gas stove,
Yeah.
it had enough bedrooms, and it had the suite downstairs, which I could use for my business and or I could rent out.
Yeah.
And of course, being on a busy street was good because with the clients coming in, either the laneway access and or off the front street, there was still lots of parking. So there was a lot going for it. The second one, it was facing north. I much prefer a house facing south, but it was all new, like you said, and it did have a place for the business in the back. But I found it inside a little bit dark, and it was off the main road. Now the last house, very new, very nice, lots of everything I want, and that's good. Because I wouldn't have to have any more expenditures except for expand the backyard if I wanted to.
You know, I'm also very concerned about resale.
Yes, I was also thinking
And
that.
I think first and foremost, that's got to be top of the list next to upkeep and, you know, how you're going to manage it. Because, you know, a house is no small feat on its own. So I would always look to the resaleability and the ease of resaleability, and I think that that was on the first one.
Well, you know, Karen, I think that if I was to make a decision right now, I'd go for the first house.
Yeah.
The better
I think
one
so
for
too.
me, yeah.
Good girl.
Yeah. And thank you very much because I've had a lot of fun.
Oh, good.